Hello, and welcome to the Hotkeys podcast, your shortcut to various opinions on all things pop culture. This is the episode for the week of December the 23rd, 2023. My name is David Parker. I'm your host, and joining me this morning is...
Landon Browning.
And Colby Chapman.
Michael is busy with planning stuff.
We don't know what he's doing.
We don't know. And Will is violently ill.
Violently ill. Ate too
Okay,
many,
well...
he ate too many barbecue or...
Colby, rebuttal.
Buffalo chicken sliders.
Will formed acts of gluttony last night, and then went to sleep right after, and then 2 hours later had like a bad case of heartburn, it sounds like, and may have just laid there as he like threw open the back of his throat, but then just went back to bed. So I don't know if he's violently ill or 7 years old. I don't know.
If you vomit, like you have, like if you throw up at all, like you have to go like rinse your mouth out. You gotta like
It's disgusting. Why would you?
like you gotta go like. I feel like I always have to like brush my teeth or like use some mouthwash after I'm done, and then maybe even take a quick shower. And just...
We don't know that he didn't do that, but it did, when he described it at first, he was like, "I'm really sick," and then I talked to him on the phone, and he's like, "Yeah, I was just laying there," and so and that also like I don't know.
I haven't thrown up
9 hours ago. So
I haven't thrown up from gluttony in probably forever.
does alcohol consumption count?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I
Well,
think
yeah,
Colby
that-
could mention the exact date from Vegas 2.0.
well, no, I threw up probably 3 weeks ago from alcohol like excess.
What?
I went to a
It was insane, dude.
Aubrey is friends with this one of her coworkers has this like really nice house on like Lake Coeur d'Alene, and she invited me to like her Christmas party. So we went together, and it basically was like her coworker, and then like us, and like one other like old coworker, and then like all of just like the neighborhood. So it's like all these like I'm gonna be honest, like really rich people.
Ah.
Really nice booze. So I felt a little out of place because like we're like literally like on the lake.
Aren't you a really,
looking out over-
really rich man, Landon?
Not in. No, I felt poor here. So it's always good to like put myself back down, realize, keep grinding. You know,
Landon's like,
keep back to the top.
perspective.
Yeah, perspective. I'm like, I am poor. And there, I just drank too much. Like I didn't. It like caught up on me. I had like a really strong blended cranberry margarita that I don't know how much booze was in it, and then I had like I didn't even have that. Maybe like 4 very generous pours of wine, like glasses of wine. I felt totally fine. Like we were there for like 4 or 5 hours, and then it was time to leave. I stood up and I was like, oh. Like, I stood to leave and I was like, oh no. And then like I got in the car and like Aubrey's looking at me and she's like, you don't look it. I'm like, I'm fine. She's like, I'm gonna go get you a bag in case you throw them. I'm like, no. I'm like, don't. Like I'm like, that's stupid. Like, and then we made it about like we were like probably like 15 minutes out of there and I was just vomiting like profusely into this like Ziploc, like gallon Ziploc bag. It was quick. It was like from start to finish, it was like maybe like a 5-8 minute window of throwing up. But then like I just had to like hold this bag of vomit for like the next 30 minutes as we drove back to her place. Like
Landon was texting
Oh
me.
my
That.
the whole time I was
gosh.
like, the whole time I was just like, I'm like, I just gotta lock it in. I'm like, I'm fine. I just gotta lock it in. Like,
Landon was texting me that night, and I just went back and started looking for our text messages. And one of them says, "Don't know if Bahat is TD gonna speak." And the next one just said, "Pray for me."
it was so
The
bad.
messages were like 3 minutes apart.
Did you ever find out what the first message meant?
No,
I don't even know. Yeah.
it was funny. It was nice to be on the other end of those text messages with
Yeah,
Landon.
typically Colby's the one sending me those. Like the amount of times that you've sent those to me though, like I
Once or twice.
no.
A week?
I was getting hit on by like a 90-year-old lady, like
Dude.
like half the party. Like
Hell yeah.
How rich was she?
oh really rich.
Ah, you missed your chance.
I
Yeah.
told Aubrey, I'm like, I could take one for the team. I'll have a free vacation probably. So, but yeah, it was a fun party. Besides that, and I found out like her other friend that like we were like hanging out with most of the night, like vomited like profusely also like, later that night. So I was not.
Oh, so it was probably just something you guys ate.
I
Well,
don't think so.
but I guess speaking of parties, Colby, you had your... I guess you can talk. You can lead into it, but it was your, first annual something?
Yeah, last night was the first annual Colby's Very Merry Christmas, which was like the first party I've ever really hosted.
Also,
of
wait,
any kind.
correction. I think first annual is the first one following the first one because
So first inaugural.
Yeah, it would be the inaugural party, right? And then next year it'll be the first annual party. I think that's how that works.
Because it has to be back to back in order to be considered yearly.
Well, yeah, because in order for it to be yearly, there has to be like time in between to compare how often the party is.
Well, I kept it a secret from you guys last year.
Colby's like, I've been doing this for 5 years. This is just the first year I invited
Oh my
you
God.
guys. Landon, how would you be surprised if you learned that?
I mean, just a little bit, but I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like,
No.
I was blown away that I even got invited because like Colby never lets me meet his other friends. Like he's very particular about
It
keeping
was a
his-
probation period.
So, what
Such a long probation
years,
period.
like, so like, did I finally get like cool enough to meet them, or like less? Like what was why wasn't I allowed to meet them before this?
Well, you wore glasses for a long time.
Oh, that is yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
And I didn't want anybody to know that.
That would probably be like a weird thing Colby like actually would like young Colby like probably would like actually care about something like that. He's like, oh, like I don't want my friends to like, hang out with like nerds or something.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to picture what Colby looked like in high school, and then if I'm trying to picture where he would be at the school and the people he's with, in my imagination, none of them have glasses.
What are you saying?
I liked your friends though.
Yeah?
For the most part. I just
Me too.
Colby's going on
No.
his
What?
other podcast tomorrow with those friends, and they're being like, that Landon, he was a freaking loser.
I feel like they liked me. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
You got some good quiplash answers. You won
I
some.
feel like I
hearts-
won him over with some,
You won some hearts with some like graphic details in the quiplash.
I feel like I had some bangers in like the second game of Quiplash we played. I won the second game of Quiplash. I didn't get a single point in the final round. That's how good I did.
Is Quiplash the same thing as Jackbox, or it's like part of it?
It's in a Jackbox,
It's
yeah.
a type
okay.
of Jackbox game. Yeah.
We played
But
Jackbox
yeah,
a
so-
couple weeks ago with some of our neighbors, and that was fun.
That's really fun.
Did you play quiplash or what games did you play?
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the names, but that
There's,
may
like,
have been one of them.
Espionage.
I hate some Jackbox games. Like some are
Some
terrible,
are pretty bad.
but then there's like some really good ones.
Yeah, I think it outweighs like once they go on sale, it's worth to buy.
I'll probably buy one for PlayStation. Sometime.
Yeah.
So you had good
For the old
turnout.
PlayStation.
You had what kind of food and drink did you have?
For drink, I made like a Martinelli's sparkling cider with Fireball mixture,
That was really good.
and then I also made a hot chocolate with Bailey's drink.
Colby was not telling anybody there was alcohol in any of the products at first. People had to ask. Like
I told everybody. I didn't tell Will. I forgot to tell Will, but I told everybody else that everything was alcoholic.
it's a good thing that like Will found out because like Will was chugging the stuff. Like you know Will like he's just going to town.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Will didn't show up
Could
to
be
the
the part
party
of the
and
reason
then
why he
ask
threw
what-
up.
He didn't show up to the party and then ask where the milk was.
No, thank.
well, I made the hot chocolate with almond milk.
Oh, that's why it tasted bad. I'm scared.
No, I think that's like the perfect. 'Cause, like some people make it with water, some people make it with milk, and also like putting it on the stovetop. I didn't want to like curdle milk, so
You don't like curdled milk?
well, I didn't want my apartment to smell like curdled milk. No,
You didn't want people to chew their hot chocolate.
It's my
hey
favorite.
man, I
one.
don't care how they eat it, but I just didn't want to have to smell it.
It was a good turnout. Yeah, you had that was for drinks. The drinks were great. I loved like the Martinelli cider.
That's
was
one of my favorite drinks.
bomb. Like
Thank
that
you.
was delicious.
Yeah,
What's
It's a
your
special
ratio
salt.
of Fireball to Martinelli's?
I don't measure.
Oh, I thought you were going
That
to
is
say
something
you
I
don't
do it off-
disclose that it's like it's trade
No,
secret.
I don't measure.
I do think
different
you
every
should.
time.
I think one of Colby's weaknesses though, like it tasted great. I think like measuring for drinks.
Well,
is
it was a 1.5 gallon container, and I think I used almost a fifth of Fireball, and then like 6 or 7 bottles of Martinelli's.
Oh,
So like it was pretty
you
diluted.
could barely taste the fire.
It's like just enough to kind of give it like a cinnamon twist.
Yeah,
But
Sounds
like
good.
you could drink it and like
You wouldn't know.
you wouldn't know.
Isn't that the most
Will
dangerous
was
kind of
drinking
drink?
it, and he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
Will was drinking it, and he didn't know. Same with the hot chocolate. I don't know if you had any of that.
I had one cup and I couldn't taste anything in it. But Bailey's is like just like a cream liqueur, so like you're probably.
Yeah. Well, I'd had to add more hot chocolate packets because
Yeah.
I went too crazy.
Colby called me. He's like, "Do you have a milk frother?" Like it's like 20 minutes before I'm supposed to leave. I'm like, "No, I don't." I'm like, "Why do you need a milk frother for?" He's like, "I'm making hot chocolate," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I just like, why do you need a milk frother? He's like, "I'm
To froth
stirring
the
the stuff
milk."
together, and he's like, it's not mixing." And I'm like, "What are you talking?" He's like, "Yeah, the packets aren't mixing with the milk." Like, and I'm like, I don't know, stir it some more.
Were you
He's like,
getting
"It's
those
not
clumpy
working."
chocolate balls?
It was it was all clumpy. Like the powder was acting hydrophobic, and I was panicking.
And then I shut up. I'm like, "Oh, Colby, looks like you figured it out." He's like, "Oh yeah, the milk wasn't hot, so like it wasn't mixing." And it's like, it was
I didn't know like the milk had to be hot in order for it. Like it no, but like to go totally all the way. Like, yeah, that makes sense. But it wasn't mixing like at all, and I was panicking.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been embarrassing to have Clumpy chocolate milk.
It would have
showed up.
Yeah. Well, hot chocolate. We didn't have chocolate milk at the party. We had hot chocolate, but yeah.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, you had that and what Scott brought, mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Did he home make that?
I
He said, I feel like he said it was from Costco.
think it was from Costco.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
And then you and Aubrey brought some buffalo chicken dip
Yeah.
and sliders.
Which I was proud of myself. So that chicken dip is her recipe, and then like last minute I was like, what if we got a pack of Hawaiian rolls and we like made it into like sliders for like half of it?
It was killer.
And I thought the sliders were like really good.
Yeah. I've got a ton of the dip left.
Chicken sliders.
They're so good.
So good.
They were so good. Yeah, and then everything else was just kind of like snacky foods, I feel like. We had some chips, cookies, candy.
I brought a pie. Homemade, or not a homemade pie, a store bought.
Yeah, dude, it was not homemade. You did bring a couple bottles of champagne, which you didn't enjoy.
I actually don't really like champagne that much. I just like felt like I was like at the store like buying stuff, and I was like, oh, like I was like on the phone with you. I'm like, do you have champagne? You're like, no. I'm like,
He wanted to impress
And I-
your other friends, Colby, so he's like, I'll show up with champagne.
And then like Aubrey had a glass, and like I took a sip of it. And I'm like, oh, I forgot. Like I don't like champagne. Like
Yeah, it was good though. We had probably, I think at one point we had 12 people, but like a consistent 10. Had a couple no-shows.
he also had a couple of your friends dipped it for like 20 minutes. They're like, oh, we gotta go.
Yeah, I was mad at them for that. Because like the whole time, I mean, they've known about it for a month, right? As previously stated. And then I hear like on Wednesday, he's like, oh, well, I have to go to this Christmas concert that we bought tickets to, and it's at 9, and I thought your party was on Saturday. And I was like, that's not my fault. Like, it's not my fault you can't read an invitation. Like,
Mm-hmm.
at the very top, it says Friday, December 22nd. Like,
Felt like he lied.
there was no mistakes. Oh, that doesn't sound like him at all. But anyway, he left, and then he said he was going to come back, and he never did. So that was a little.
Dang.
But I don't know. At least he showed up. Friend of the show.
It's nice though to like
didn't show up.
to like
No,
get
that
older.
other friends lie.
It's nice to get older though and like learn about how the world works, right, Colby? And that planning thing sometimes is
Dude, I don't like
Not
this
fun.
was a lot of work. Like the planning, like the fact that I guess I really learned a lot about how little communication people really have. People don't have communication skills like at all.
I
Like,
feel like did I communicate well with you?
yeah, but I didn't know what you were bringing until like the day before.
Yeah. You told me just to bring whatever. Like you're like it's a potluck thing. Like
Yeah, but I wanted to know
read
so that
between
people
the
didn't
lines,
double up.
Landon,
So that people didn't double up on dishes. It would have been weird if we had 2 mac and cheeses.
or everyone bought chicken sliders.
that would have been probably pretty cool.
But no, it was a good time. I had fun. I hope you had fun, Landon. Seems like everybody else.
I had a
Like,
great time.
People were able to like mingle pretty well for the most part.
The friends that left earlier were the only ones that like I couldn't like get a good read on. From your
Yeah,
friend group.
yeah.
I got along with all the other people. There was a guy there though that like I don't think you're not really friends with him, right? Like, or are you friends with him?
I say I'm friends with him, but I'm more friends with his girlfriend. And I was like, yeah, you can bring him.
This guy was, and I'm like gonna speak.
I'm
I'm gonna be completely honest. He might have been the dumbest person I've ever met in my entire life. I'm not kidding. Like
Dude,
he
that's
might
saying
have
a
like,
lot because I've met some of the people that you've met.
yeah. I'm like I literally like within like 3 minutes of him being there, I'm like, wow. I'm like this is, and then like it just kept getting worse. Like at one point, like we were playing some game like it was like most likely, like who's the most likely to like do this, and like the question was like who's the most likely to like think reality TV's real. And everybody pointed at him. He's like, that's not me. He's like, I don't even watch that crap. Like, he's like, the closest thing I would watch to that is like Jersey Shore. Like, and I'm like, dude, that's reality TV. Like,
there was
was
another question that was like, who is most likely to sit at a stop sign and wait for it to turn green? And everybody pointed at him for obvious reasons. And then he was like, I wouldn't do that. I would wait for it to turn red so I could run it.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. It was really funny though.
And then he was like rambling.
insanely high.
Oh, he had to have been like he was rambling about how like
I've seen him before, and he did not act like that. So he had to be like insane.
he was rambling about how like philosophy and business majors were like the dumbest people ever.
And Will is sitting there.
And like but like Will's sitting there like he's like looking at me, he's like, really? Like this guy's talking about who's like stupid.
He's like calling Will dumb.
He had like about a dozen moments that had me like dying. Like
He was good entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that really. I think he helped unify the friend groups as well.
I literally like I had met Justin, your friend, for the first time. I literally had a couple times where I looked at him and gave him like a look where I'm like, dude, like
Did you guys play catchphrase?
we didn't. No, that would have dude, he would have like it would have just ended every time when it got to like,
Oh man.
catchphrase. I need to buy catchphrase because that's such a fun game. It was a great party. Thanks for putting it on. It was like for a first time hosting something, I feel like you did a really good job.
Thank you. It was tough, especially like I don't have the seating for 12 people, but I feel like we
It
made
was fine. Sure, yeah.
Colby's a real adult
most
now.
people-
This was the last checkbox. It's host a party.
I thought it was my Costco executive membership. I got the
No, people act like that's
Shoot,
like an
you're
adult
right.
thing. It's
Yeah,
really-
there's a revised form, and it has the Costco criterion.
that's
on there.
part of it. Like
You
the
know,
adult tier list.
Yeah, I don't know. I know some people that don't have a credit card. I've had
We know multiple people.
I've got like 4. I've had one for like I don't know 5-6 years.
That's just insane.
So,
I don't want to talk about that.
but anyway, the party was a lot of fun. So thanks. I'm glad. Yeah, no, I'm glad you had fun. I think everybody.
Hated me.
No, well, I'm just kidding. No, people had a good.
We left and Aubrey's like, "Wow, Colby's other friends are way cooler than your friend."
Yeah, well, that's true.
I wish I could have been. I'm sad that I live so far away, Colby.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're gonna have another opportunity. This is one like this was the first of many get-togethers. I'm here to unify.
You're here to unify.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never thought of Colby as the great unifier. Like I've often thought of him as the opposite of that. But you
The
know,
great divider.
I think he's really turned around. Like I can see it.
Thank you.
He's
Thank
had
you.
he's had such a big character arc. It's almost like a circle.
Yeah,
now.
I can't remember how to mute notifications on Discord because I know it's like just totally like jacking up the recording.
Oh, it's not coming through on my end. So you're
Oh,
good.
okay, then we're good then.
Yeah, thanks for messing that up, Landon. Because now I'll just have to cut that out.
Well, while you're cutting it out, I'm pretty sure like as I'm listening to it, I can hear the oops. Like,
Yeah, I can hear it.
Well, no, you guys can hear them on
Well,
your
I'll-
end. Because
No, like but like as I'm re-listening to a podcast, sometimes I can hear them.
you'll hear things that pop up on my computer.
Oh,
So
oh.
you're the problem.
So I'm the problem. But yeah, no, things you guys hear on your end don't come through.
All right, now, Dave, I believe we were just talking about
How great you are.
how great I am.
And Landon rudely interrupted us.
Well, I thought it was affecting it because like I saw it felt bad, so I just wanted to like cut in. Oh, sorry.
Hey, don't apologize
You're
to
a
me.
great host,
Apologize to
Colby.
Colby.
Yeah, apologize.
Very gracious host. I mean, I had to bail him out. I had to bring over some of my fine china and silverware for him.
I did have Landon pick me up paper plates and plastic silverware. But that was because I was lazy and didn't want to go to the store, and he was already there.
Colby lives very far away from the grocery store. So.
About 800 feet.
How late did people stay?
So it started
They're
at
still there.
6:30. No, I think people left about 11:30. The last few people to leave were like Justin, his girlfriend Shayla, and then Will and Oliver. So a couple of couples.
Wait, Oliver was there?
Yeah. He texted me like an hour before, and he was like, "Do I have to RSVP?" I was like, "No, you can show up." I was like, "You can even like bring a gift if you want to do White Elephant."
I didn't know.
You
he
know, I
was
gotta call
in
him out. I
Spokane.
gotta call him out. Actually, he ended up taking his own gift in the White Elephant.
Wait,
He did
what?
Yeah, the
Who
end.
does
he did
that?
that so that he could
He-
like give it to his mom or something.
Yeah, like so he like was like just trying to double it, like you know what I mean, like
It's like the most Oliver thing.
because he got the number one draw, so like at the end of the thing, he got to pick whatever he wanted.
Dude, what?
So it was like I'm like, bro, like I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
Everyone was like giving him so much crap for it.
yeah, because it was like, dude, that's not how you like. You don't like you bring a gift that you would like. It's like you know what I mean. If you're doing a nice way, like you get something that like you would enjoy.
Yeah.
like you like that you think is a good gift, but you don't like
You don't
you
take
don't
your
end up with
gift.
own- Yeah, like
Yeah. Which I mean, like he had like the gift was not. I would have taken his gift. It was like a bottle of wine, some cheese, crackers. The only thing it was missing was the pasta.
yeah, this dude, yeah.
That one dude picked up a box that was like clearly Legos, and he like
Stuck it
took it, and he goes, oh, he's like, could be a box of pasta.
He said bag of pasta.
Yeah, he did say bag, and it was like clearly a box. Like he's holding this box,
And then like Aubrey and I both brought Lego sets.
and it's wrapped in the same wrapping paper.
That's the last Lego set that was open. Like
Maybe he's just
It was like
really
the
funny.
first- I mean,
He's funny.
Wow.
yeah. The first Lego set that got open was like a
GTR Skyline.
yeah, from Fast and Furious. Yeah, and he's like, oh wow, I really want that. And then like later, like he's like, I don't like Legos. And then, like,
And he was like, oh, I could steal it. He's like, but I don't like Legos. I don't want it.
yeah,
And then he picked up that box, and he goes, could be a bag of pasta.
And
then he
open it.
stole my leg. No, and then he stole my Legos.
Wait, so what did you guys end up with for your gifts?
I got a cast iron skillet.
Oh,
Pan, so yeah.
nice.
I stole that from somebody, Shayla, I think.
Yeah,
stole
I also stole my gift from Shayla because everyone was stealing from her, and I thought it was funny. But I brought what did I bring? A game.
I don't remember.
Oh, I brought Cards Against Humanity, and I left with another game by the same creators called Heads Up or something or Into the Mind or something like that. So I don't. I have to read the rules on how to play it, but
Yeah, I brought Obi-Wan Starfighter Lego set.
Justin really liked that. My friend Justin has $15,000 of Legos, still in the box, and he's obsessed with Star Wars. So then my Lego GTR Skyline got stolen. So then I went and picked up the box that was not a bag of pasta, and I was like, well, this is clearly Legos. I'm going to open it. And then it was that. And Justin's like, yeah, I'm going to steal that. I was like, okay. But it was
I feel
fun.
like Legos are always a hit.
They're a hit.
Right?
I feel like Legos and games, they're always going to go.
Yeah.
I got I'm pretty excited. I got Aubrey a pretty badass Lego set for Christmas. I'm pretty stoked for.
What'd you get her?
Oh, dude, no spoilers.
Hey, this
I got
episode's
her
gonna
the,
air in April, so you can.
Yeah.
We're on pace for that.
I got her. It's a Technic set, so it's got motorized
I
parts.
love
it's a,
Technic sets. Oh man.
It's a helicopter. It's the sea rescue helicopter set. I can't remember I think it's called the Airbus or
That's a
whatever.
good gift.
It's a pretty
'Cause that's what she does, right?
yeah. She's a flight nurse, so it's not the same type of helicopter.
She's a
she
Lego
flies
flight
on.
nurse.
Yeah, she's a
Lego City needs it.
Lego City. So I think she's gonna really like that. That's probably my. I got her a few gifts. That's the 1A gift. That's top tier. That's I'm totally. She has to open that one last because it's probably the best one.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I really like the botanical collection.
Yeah.
The flowers and stuff. That's pretty cool.
So.
Yeah.
Dude, we shouldn't have started talking about Legos because I opened up the website and now I'm just.
Did you search that one?
Now I'm just looking
Look
at
up
Legos.
that one.
Yeah, the Airbus H175.
It looks pretty cool, right?
Dude, it has 5 stars on LegoShop.com. Not many things have a perfect 5.
I think it's got multiple speeds. Both
joke.
The rotors. Both the rotors spin. I think the winch. There's a winch, a rescue winch that I think is also motorized.
Yeah, it looks sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
What are you gonna do when
She doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I've been working on my temper, so I'm allowed to go scream in the basement. That's a rule. Just kidding. He's gonna like it.
I got you Dom's Dodge Charger for Christmas, Landon.
Yes. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the inaugural Colby's Very Merry Christmas, I think, was a success. So
One thing I have to ask: am I allowed to hang out with your other friends again, or was that
You have to wait till next year.
I think you've earned a second visit.
I have
I'm
a
not
que- I have a
sure.
question.
It does have to be monetized, yeah.
Do you meet with the other friends to decide that, or are you the one just making the decision yourself? Do you have a committee and you're like, all right, guys, meetings in order. Now we need to discuss
I am
potential
yeah,
new meetups with Landon Browning.
I'm president of the club, yeah.
Oh, okay.
My eventual goal is to box Colby out and merge our friend group.
I know that.
Him.
I know. Why do you think this is a heavily monetized event?
Hey, Colby, though, the good thing we know is Landon will not be able to succeed in that. So we have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Not because he's bad at accomplishing things, just he's not cool, so he won't be able
Now,
to.
the weird thing I have to
box
ask
you
is
out.
I did get a lot of hate texts about Landon after this.
did you?
No.
Aww.
No, I think everybody liked it.
I have to ask, I've been having to fight to. I have to be fight. I've been fighting to meet these people.
Mm-hmm.
Did they think it was also weird that they haven't met any of your other friends, or did they not
They probably don't care
do they really-
because they're the
or
cool
did they not
friend
even?
group.
Yeah, we already have a George.
Well, I don't know. You guys reek of desperation,
Oh my
know?
god.
And they're pretty content with where they're at. So hopefully you
I
learn.
think Colby doesn't
hopefully
wanna-
you learn something from them last
I
night.
think Colby doesn't want to introduce other people because I think in his other friend group he's the most successful, so he doesn't want to introduce other people into could jeopardize that. Is that what it is, Colby?
Do you mean most successful
You nailed it.
professionally or?
Just everything.
Every aspect of life.
Yeah.
I trump all.
Wait, Colby's the cool kid in that group, and so
I think he is. Yeah.
and since he's
not the coolest.
Since I'm bottom of 3.
I'm trying to find a nice way to word it, but
I'm kidding.
I'll just
I'm
let
kidding.
Colby talk.
If I found out I was bottom 3 in the putt posse, I would consider.
No, you're top 3 in the putt posse.
Hey, you're a top 11, Colby.
Thanks, man.
You're
Wait,
top
isn't there only 10 or 9?
you're top 3 in the cool rankings, and you're a top 3 in the adult rankings. Papa Posse in my book.
That's really all I care about.
The adult rankings.
Well, both, I guess, but mainly the adult. I just can't be a child. I spent so long with you guys calling me a child.
Hey,
Hey,
you
man.
just threw a party, so like we said,
That's a big deal.
you can't be a child
And
anymore.
your adult ranking is pretty secure. I mean, we have a friend that's gonna get married and he's not gonna move up at all. So, and you could cut.
Oh
that.
my gosh. No, I'll leave it in. He listens to the show.
No.
All right. Well, and it sounds like it was a fun party, Colby. I'm glad you got to do that.
I wish you could have been there, Dave.
Yeah, me too.
I offered to pay for your flight.
Because Landon's the #1 adult. What else have you guys been up to lately?
Not a whole lot. Just like prepping for Christmas.
I spent the last 3 weeks hyper focused on that party, and now I have nothing left.
Nothing to look forward to, nothing to live for. Start planning next year's party, Colby.
I'm gonna have to. In order for everyone to
RSVP by
RSVP in
June
time.
25th.
Some people need that much time. So.
What do you
People
guys
that need that much time still wouldn't show up.
What are you guys doing for Christmas then? Because you said you're planning for Christmas, Landon.
I'm going out to Christmas Eve. I'm spending it's like Aubrey's grandma's place or something. Going to dinner out there, and then Christmas Day, I'm having Aubrey and my folks and sisters over for like the mid afternoon all the way through dinner, making beef Wellington.
Oh,
Your dad seemed really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. It'll be my first time making it solo without mix expert help, so we'll see if it turns out.
Need a hand? Sport?
Sure. You want to come spend Christmas with me and my family?
I'd consider it.
Really?
No.
I mean, you're welcome, but I mean, I
Thanks,
feel like
man.
it would. I mean,
I'll leave. You know what?
you're the son my
It's
dad
just
never had.
Colby showing up.
The son your dad never.
Yeah.
He's told me that before. Yeah. My favorite thing to do last night. People were like, "Oh, like how do you know Colby?" And I like turn around. I'm like, "Oh, I work with his dad." Like, I love that line so much. I was like, "Yeah, we're colleagues." Like my friend Scott laughed. And I was like, "I'm dead serious."
Yeah.
That's because Landon said I'm his mentor. So then I had to.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
also
self-defense
might have shut that down if I was
Yeah,
Colby.
self-defense mode. Like, so I think they let in. They asked like how like we knew each other, like how we met. And I'm like, well, I'm like Colby will refer to me as a friend, but like I'm more of a mentor.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I'm also just doing some Christmas prep. I got to make my family's doing like a baked good exchange this year for the first time ever. So everybody makes something, so I got to make that today.
What are you making?
I'm gonna make my favorite holiday treat, Muddy Buddies. I was gonna do chocolate covered pretzels, but I think you
Too
can.
much work.
Well, you can eat Muddy Buddies faster.
I can
What is a
eat
Muddy Buddy
chocolate
again?
pretzels pretty quickly.
Yeah, I can eat them real quick. What is a Muddy Buddy again?
It's like Chex cereal, rice or corn, perhaps both. I'm gonna use
Yeah,
corn.
you're supposed to mix, I think, right? Do both.
You are, but I haven't been able to find the rice Chex in the stores this holiday season. They've been pretty picked over,
Dang.
and I won't go to another store.
Let me make some calls for you, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, see if you can get a shipment to my place. But then so it's like Chex Mix or Chex cereal with like melted chocolate, peanut butter, and then powdered sugar.
Oh, I probably had this.
You've
before.
had
Sounds
yes, you've
familiar.
had this before.
It's also people call it puppy chow. I don't
like
agree with that.
I don't like
I don't. I actually wasn't gonna
that. Feed it to a dog and see what happens.
Oh my.
Yeah, feed it to Will. See what happens.
Poor guy.
But so I probably got to do that today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. Sometime. And then I'm all good with gifts. I've wrapped everything.
I have one left to wrap.
I was kind of on it this holiday season. Usually I wait last minute for a lot of things, but instead I only am doing last minute baked goods. So
Which I mean, those you want to wait. You don't want to bake your goods.
I didn't.
Like a
weeks in
month
advance.
Yeah, even like earlier this week. I was like, well, shoot, I don't want the checks to be stale.
Oh no, no.
Stale Muddy Buddies.
Stale buddies.
Yeah, stale buddies don't hit.
My neighbors and Aubrey, we've just been exchanging baked goods over the past like 3 weeks. So I've just been eating.
That's a sign of a good community.
Well, I've built this community.
This is not true. God,
All right, and with that,
I'm the leader.
I think if everybody voted, I don't know if you'd get a vote.
Hey, I moved. I was the first of the new, like the trio. Like it's like me,
Didn't Jace
Jace,
live
and
here
my neighbors Adam and Caden. Like so we're like the neighborhood trio. And I was the first one to move in. So
I thought Jace lived here first.
no, I moved in like a couple months before Jace, and then Adam and Caden's like a month or two after him. We all moved in within like a 6-month window.
Well, then how come you have this lawn?
Hey, no. You gonna really say that when like Jace is alone? Are you gonna really like? Come on, man.
I like the clover. I think it's nice.
Landon's complained about the clover on the show before.
Yeah. That's why I brought it up.
Dude.
No, that's nice though. Like to have neighbors that you can like.
Yeah, it's
hang out
we
with
go
and
play
then-
like trivia like every week pretty much.
Yeah, still waiting for the invite.
I literally invited you this Wednesday. You're like, I don't want to go.
We've waited too long. Like now you guys have like an established.
No, it's an
trivia
open.
thing.
Like some of Aubrey's friends were there, like incident, like just randomly.
I knew they'd make it before me. When are we gonna meet Aubrey's friend?
You know what? It took like 8 years.
I think Landon's the cool one in the group.
I am probably not the cool one in the group out of her friends.
I'd be shocked if you were.
I am the cool one in our group. Like, I'm just trying to find a group where I could be the cool one. That's all I want.
Keep looking.
Keep,
Yeah.
keep looking, bozo.
All right, fine. I'll go to a Smash Bros tournament.
Dude, how sad.
older
You go to
brothers.
Smash Bros. Tournament and you find people there that are cooler than you.
Well, so one of my friends, his older brother, so my friend that was at the party last night, Scott, his older brother is like one of the Smash Bros tournaments organizers. So
So you know he's really cool.
so Will knows his brother, and so they got along.
Yeah.
Well-
Smash Bros.
Smash Bros.
I've never had a game that I loved so much when I was younger that I like just kind of detest completely as an adult.
I've never liked that game.
I loved it. It was one of my favorite games.
Yeah,
growing up.
same.
Like it actually might have been. It actually might have
Ruined
been.
it for you.
I mean,
Did he throw up buffalo chicken in the back of his throat 7 hours ago?
yeah.
Is he in this room right now?
No.
Oh, man.
Like playing Guess Who. That actually might have been the first video game I ever played. Was Super
Really?
Smash Bros. On the 64. It was either that, Star Fox 64, or there was one other, or like maybe like Donkey Kong Country or something. It was like one of those three, or maybe Mario Kart.
I don't know if I'd be able to remember the first video game I ever played.
I know it was one of those four because I remember playing at my childhood best friend's house, and it was like one of those. I remember we played a bunch of those like around the same time.
I had a PlayStation, like the PlayStation 1, but I don't remember the games. I remember I had like an NHL game, probably like 96.
Yeah.
And then there was like one dude. Looking back on it, like it could have been a GTA, which is weird because I was like 5. When my parents like they didn't know anything about video games.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but I remember like fleeing from the cops. That's like all.
My dad had
I don't
some
know,
LucasArts games, and so it may have been there's an Indiana Jones one.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Something about the
Was it like a point and click? Was that a point and click?
yeah
one,
point and
or-
click adventure game
Oh.
about like the lost city of Atlantis.
Oh, that probably was fun.
I think that was probably the first video game I ever played.
I remember Star Fox 64. We never could make it past like the second level because like we were like both like 5 years old or something. Like so, it was just like
Too
That
hard.
was the worst, dude.
it was too hard. We would just play the first level and like we could only like it was like hit or miss that we could make it through the first level, and then because like it was like set up where like you would get a game over and like you would just have to like restart from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like
That was the worst.
so like we would make it like I think like once we made it to like the third level somehow it was like crazy. Like we were like oh my god, and then like
The hype.
yeah, but like we were never able to save it. Like the amount of times that we'd hear like Slippy get back here like from the first like it's like it burned into my memory. But my friend also wouldn't tell me how to do like he was the friend that like wouldn't like if it was like Smash Brothers he like wouldn't tell you like all the controls like
Dude,
'cause
what?
he like wanted to have an advantage like it's like I didn't know how to do like the smash attacks or whatever. It's like I just had to fight like just like A and B basically.
And you still loved
Oh.
the game? Like,
Oh, I still love it. Yeah, and then when I finally figured it out, he was like so upset. He was like, "No."
dude, what a great friend.
Yeah.
He sounds terrific. Sounds like the coolest one in that group.
Yeah, so I love playing that, and then I didn't play much of Melee, and then I played a lot of Brawl and a lot of the Wii U one, and that's when I started falling out of love with the game.
We can talk about something else though, Landon. Like if the memories are
Too
too
upset,
Hey.
hurtful.
too hard.
Here, Landon, let me get you a tissue. Dave, are you doing Christmas prep or what are you doing these days?
I'm just chilling right now. I'm going to my aunt and uncle's house on Christmas.
Oh, dude, hell yeah!
So I'm gonna go see the Corbones.
I love Uncle
so that
Sean.
should be fun. They're making
And
cranberry
Aunt
chicken.
Elizabeth.
What?
Yeah,
Dude,
cranberry
dog.
chicken sounds good.
I was a little I was a little upset we didn't get to see Uncle Sean. Visiting with Aunt Elizabeth was a good time though. I've never been able to like get her alone. It was Uncle Sean. Well, I'm just talking about like with the two of them. Like we were in a big group. Okay, you know what I meant though. You know what I mean? Like Uncle Sean, like he always has the spotlight. So I've never like had a conversation with Aunt Elizabeth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Are people getting what I'm saying? I was not trying to rizz up your aunt.
Hey, I got it. It's unfortunate Landon was here because he can't like have a normal.
Dude, if I had
conversation.
$1 for every time somebody said that last night,
then you'd have $9. Oh no, wait, $11. Yeah,
no,
so,
that'll be cool though.
Yeah, gonna do that for Christmas, so it's gonna be fairly low key. And then I'm gonna do some shopping. I think the day after Christmas because last year I went to Barnes and Noble the day after Christmas, right when they opened, and they had a 50% off sale for all board games. And Bree and I bought like 6 or 7 board games. So I'm hoping they do the same
price of
thing.
3.5.
I'm hoping they do the same thing this year, and then I'm gonna, hopefully make a haul, a board game haul.
I need to start getting more games as a host. I just need more games.
I wanted to ask. We played a fair amount of games on the cruise. Were there any that you guys particularly liked? Because I think some of them were new ones too.
I've always loved like Race for the Galaxy or Roll for the. I love those games. Like both those games, I love like so much.
Yeah, because we played Race for the Galaxy, which is the first one. That's the card-based one.
I like the dice.
Roll for the Galaxy was,
but I understand
too big to
why I was not there.
Bring on the cruise. But
yeah,
okay, I'm glad you guys liked that game.
I also dominated Race for the Galaxy this time we played.
Yeah, you had a very good setup. No,
yeah, but it took too long, and we couldn't get out into Puerto Vallarta in time. No cruise spoilers. We haven't talked about it yet.
I've already forgotten what happened on the trip.
It was so long ago.
But I did announcement. I booked a trip to Cabo for March.
Nice.
Going back.
You and Colby are going?
Mexico. Yeah.
Couples thing.
Cabo.
Where are you staying?
In Cabo, Dave. Did you listen?
Cabo. Some resort.
No,
we booked through Aubrey and I booked through Costco Travel, so we just got some all-inclusive resort.
Adults only?
I don't think so.
Ooh, you messed up, kid.
It'll be fine.
We just like picked like it's like one of those things like we were like it's kind of like we planned just a few months in advance. Like there's like 80 billion options for like what you want to do, like what places to go. So I'm kind of the mind of like I'm not gonna like I've never been before, so it's not like one of those things where I go there and I'm like, oh, I really wish we would have like booked the other all-inclusive resort that's like 100 yards. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna enjoy all of them.
Are you gonna go snorkeling?
We probably will. Yeah. I told her I do want to have like several days where we just don't even leave the resort and just like chill at the pool all day, pretty much.
A relaxing vacation sounds nice.
Yeah, because the last vacation I just spent most of it literally fighting for my life. So kind of just like
no spoilers.
That's how I would describe that trip. Was just like fighting.
The only way I could describe that trip, like with you, actually, it wouldn't be words. It would be one picture I took. You slumped down. On the floor at 6 a.m.
That took everything to like actually go that day. That was.
You were. I will say this: absolute fighter.
Every day I was fighting.
And
I didn't miss anything. I did not miss any activities. I don't think.
And you didn't complain the least, but you definitely didn't complain the most.
That's true.
I really didn't want to complain at all, but like sometimes I just like had to like talk to somebody about it.
Yeah.
He would just saunter up to someone and go, "I'm dying."
Kind of.
Help me.
But
no, that'll be fun. Cabo.
Yeah, I'm excited. Just want to relax.
Wish you would have consulted with me first. Don't know if I can permit you the time off in March, but we'll see.
My company got kind of weird with it, and I was just basically like, okay, like, well, I'm like figure it out. Like,
they got weird with it? Like, what do you mean?
Well, they were like I requested like part of the week. I requested like some of my days were like on my on-call week, which I didn't know until like after I'd asked for because we didn't have our on-call schedule until like after I did the time request. And they're like, well, you guys got to stop like putting time requests in like when you're on call. Like you just like can't do that. And I'm like, well, like we can just swap. Like people can just swap on call, and it's like no big deal. It's like I literally just swapped with like one of my other coworkers that like also had like the same problem, and they were all acting like, well, going forward, like we're not gonna like let people like make time off requests if they're on call. And I'm like.
It's so stupid because like it's a problem that you guys solved within yourself.
Yeah, as a non-issue. Like, it's like my other coworker, like his vacation he wanted to do, like he was just doing like he has kids, so like he was gonna plan it like when like his vacation over spring break when they're out of school, and he was on call for that whole week, and I'm like so he just gets screwed. Like he can't.
He just can't go on vacation.
Yeah, I'm like I don't have kids, like I don't need spring break off
that you know of.
Yeah, that I know of. So like I'm like we could literally like we just swapped weeks and like everything's fine. So, and then they were like coming with like fake problems. We're like, well, like, what if you guys swap and then like one of you guys quits and like now we need the week covered? I'm like, that could happen anytime. Any of us could quit at any moment. Like, and then we had this whole big thing, like this whole thing about like vacation. And then like this Friday, like my boss texts everybody's like, yep, I'll be off all next week. Like, just like, didn't tell anybody till like dude. I'm like, okay, dude. I'm like, all right.
I say also, aren't people less likely to quit if they are accommodated in their request?
Yes.
Like,
yes. But we told that like we like at the meeting we're like, hey, we all really like working here, but like getting time off is like the most annoying part of this. And like every one of us has 3 weeks of vacation. And we're going to be pushing for like another week of vacation. So like, there's going to be a time like most of the year somebody's going to be off. You know what I mean? Like there's enough of us where like probably most of the year like somebody's going to be on vacation. Like, so yeah. It's
dude, companies are,
Yeah, there's
also it's like you asked for time off in March, not July when it's 1,000.
And then there were like 2 people like wanted to have time off at the same time. They're like, well, we can't have 2 people off at once. Like, and it's like, yeah, we can. Like, we'll be fine. Like, it's like also just like a non-issue. Like, it would like we're busy in the summer, so like maybe not like in the summertime, but like in the spring we're like pretty slow. Like, it'll just be like we're like the rest of us will just work a little bit more, which all of us mutually agreed we'd rather have like a few weeks of the year where like we all work a lot more and like we can have the freedom to like take vacation whenever. Like we all agreed to that. Like, so it's literally like a non-issue. It's just like a classic like management making like problems like really like exist.
Yeah.
So
it's unfortunate.
But I got the time off approved, so
nice
win.
And when my sports bet cashes Monday, the trip will be free.
Oh, are you talking about the one where you did your division winners?
No, that one's over.
What division screwed you over, or which ones?
It's probably the Giants winning the NFC East definitely ended that parlay.
If Tommy DeVito took over earlier.
Well, no,
yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem. So that was the risky one. The other ones I have, I had the Saints winning the NFC South, which that's probably not going to happen either. They're still in contention. The AFC, I might actually go. I'll have the Bills winning the AFC East also, so that's probably.
Dolphins.
But I had Ravens, Jaguars, Chiefs, Bills in the AFC. That's probably going to be 3 out of 4. And then the NFC, I had the Niners, Saints, Lions, and Giants. So I'm probably going to go like, my guess would be I'm going to go like 5-3 in that, maybe 4-4. There's a reason the ticket is $100 to pay out like $150,000. Like, you're not going to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even if you pick, like, Colby picked the Seahawks to win the NFC West, so he's also stupid. So.
Well, I also picked the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
No, I made another one. I made another one for Monday. A very Christmas part.
A very Merry Christmas bet.
Yeah, $10 to pay out $5,000. Trip will be free. Fingers crossed.
Well,
good luck, Chief.
Yeah, good luck. I watched Barbie finally because it was put on Max. So Bree and I watched that. Movie of the year.
How'd you like it?
We probably said Colby's name maybe like 5 to 10 times during the movie, just because.
Well, Colby made his entire personality.
Yeah.
Along with every other.
Bree took a picture and sent it to Colby when we were watching it, just because we were like, "Oh, we have to tell Colby."
It wasn't even a picture of Barbie. It was like the intro scene where like the girls are playing with dolls.
Well, it's the like 2001 Space Odyssey like spoof.
Yeah. And then she sent me that picture, and I just texted her back. I was like, "Hi, Barbie." But I named my Wi-Fi Mojo Dojo Casa House.
That's so, jeez, dude. You do that just so when girls come over, like they can like see what your Wi-Fi.
I don't let them
like just for like a cheap laugh. Like,
I don't let them on Wi-Fi.
That does not surprise me.
Did you like the movie?
Yeah, it was funny. It was great.
Yeah, it's a good film. I just rewatched it. Like,
I don't know if I would have watched it twice in the same day, and I don't know if I would have called it my like favorite movie of the year. But
I was afraid. It was my favorite movie of the year.
I still need to see it, so I can't vote on my movie of the year until I watch Beau is Afraid. So
please, I told you to watch it this weekend.
Yeah, he texted me and he was like, "Don't be a Scrooge. Watch Beau is Afraid."
It's not a Christmas.
Well, the first thing Dave asked is like, "Is it for free on Amazon Prime?" And I'm like, "Dude, like it's like probably $4."
That's a good clarifying question.
I didn't ask if it was for free. I just asked if it was on Prime. That's all I asked.
Oh, every movie's on, like almost every.
You know what he meant.
I knew he was asking for free.
Is that a crime?
I'm just saying, like, is $4 going to kill
I
it?
just
That's a
figured that
movie. It's a great deal.
If Landon was wanting me to watch it, that I was like, oh, he probably knows what streaming service is on. So like, if he could like use critical thinking, he would have realized that. Also, it was like, well, where can he watch this? Like, let me help him out, because Landon could go, no, it's not on Prime.
Well, I think we're done.
It's on Hulu.
I think we're done.
But no, Landon was like, just spend the $4.
Well,
I'm just trying to
$4, like,
engage with my friend, like further the
it's
conversation.
a good clarifying question to see if it's free. But $4 is still a good deal. I paid $7 to see it in theaters.
That's actually a really good deal.
It was
too.
a great deal. Yeah, Tuesday special,
For a 3-hour film.
Well, now I'm not going to watch it.
and
Ever.
one that I'll
All
remember
right.
for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I had one bad
Movie did not
experience
make-
talking about the
that
movie,
movie-
and so now I'm going to hold it over Landon for all time and never
Cool.
watch it.
All right. That movie bombed at the box office. It did not make any money.
Was that his first that, like, I guess, didn't do
That was
well?
his first bomb. Yeah.
Okay.
He's done 3 films that his previous 2 made like an insane amount of money.
Uh-huh.
So I think this was like where he like asked for a blank. You know what I mean? Like the studio's like, okay, you can do whatever you want for this one.
Yeah.
So, which it is definitely like his most off the wall. Like I could imagine a lot of people that liked his first 2 movies not liking this one because it's like
I
way
liked
more,
it.
it's way more of the bonkers. It's his funniest movie by far.
Yeah,
I would actually describe the movie as like, in my opinion, hysterical. Like
dude, it's really funny.
it's really funny. Now, would my mom think it's funny? Probably not. So,
That's the great thing about comedy is that it's
would
it's
Dave's
subjective.
dad think it's funny? Absolutely not. There's a scene that had me dying in like the theater, which is like it's so good. Not many people were laughing in the theater. I was. Oh.
What
I'm not the
other?
only
What were
person.
other big movies this year? I guess there was
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
The Marvels,
I can't. I guess the Marvels.
which bombed.
Did you see Poor Things?
No. Well, who's that in that one?
Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, Willem Dafoe.
No. What's that one about?
It's the incredible tale about the fantastical evolution of Bella Baxter, a young woman brought back to life by the brilliant and unorthodox scientist Dr. Godwin Baxter. Yeah, I guess it's like some type of dark comedy.
Sounds up my alley.
I've heard good things about it, but I have not seen it.
Mario movie came out this year.
That was this year?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dang. I watched that on an
didn't-
airplane. It was like a solid 6 out of 10.
Oh, really?
I never saw it.
It was okay. Like I said, it was a 6 out of 10.
Yeah. I don't
That's
feel like
that's a decent airplane movie though.
Oh, yeah,
you don't
yeah.
have to really pay attention. Like,
It's why I chose
trying
it.
to
Yeah. Because I'm
I'm
like,
trying to
this
think
is
of
a
new
perfect
movies. I don't
airplane movie.
yeah, yeah.
think I went to the theaters for that many things. I mean, it's like Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, which was fine. It was good.
Oppenheimer was the only movie I saw in theater this year.
That was worth going to the theater. That was a really good movie. I don't think I watched much else. The Marvels and then Beau's Afraid.
Have you guys ever seen like the Hunger Games movies? Like, I know the other one just came out.
I saw the
watched
first
two.
two. Yeah, I saw the first
Yeah, I
two.
watched the first 2.
I've seen.
Didn't they split the last book into 2 movies?
Yeah, so I've seen I've seen the first 4. I guess I haven't seen the new one.
The prequel.
Yeah,
The first one had the shaky cam crap, which was like,
I'm not a fan of shaky cam,
no.
but
Oh, did anyone watch the new Indiana Jones movie?
Oh, I did. Yeah, very, very forgettable.
wasn't there a Mission Impossible too?
I mentioned that.
Oh, I didn't listen.
We just talked.
I just said that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It was so forgettable that Colby forgot about Landon.
Well,
Talk about it?
Landon talked about it with so much enthusiasm.
It was really good.
Well, actually,
it was just like,
you and Will really liked it, right? I guess Mick
Yeah, it
liked
was-
it too,
yeah.
did he?
yeah, it was really good. It's not my favorite of the. I think I liked the last one more, but yeah, the new Indiana Jones movie was like, it was fine, but it's like one of those things. I'm like, why did they even make this movie?
Was there a
You
new
know-
John Wick that came out this year? Or was that last year?
Oh no, that was this year too. I think, wasn't it?
John Wick 4?
Google
Yeah.
says that it's a 2023 movie. Hey, you know what else was a 2023 movie? Ant-Man
What?
and the Wasp: Quantumania.
I did go see that in theaters. Yeah, that movie. That was like one of the best movie theater experiences of my entire life. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, that was insane.
Oh wait, didn't like the Puss in Boots movie come out this year too?
No, that was
Was that
that was
2022?
last. That was 2022. That movie's great.
I never saw it.
Fantastic film. Yeah.
Well, 2023
Yeah, I
is
don't know.
sort of a weird year for movies.
Oh, we're forgetting Spider-Man, Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, that was really.
Oh, I
good,
did
too.
see that in theaters. Okay, so I saw
yeah,
two
yeah.
movies in theater. Did I
saw
see that
more than
with
I
you
guess.
guys?
This year.
Or was that with just Michael?
No, you watched that with just Michael. I think. I guess for a
We
movie,
weren't invited.
for a year that flew by this fast, like it seems like forever ago.
Well, yeah, the concept of time is kind of like it's slipping my mind.
Mhm.
I feel like it's not really real anymore, which is fine. I'm getting used to it.
Yeah.
Colby's lying. You never get used to it. Well, this might. Oh no, we'll probably do one more recording in 2023, right? If we do
would
one next
hope
week.
so.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Anyway,
My dad. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna say that on here.
What?
He just said he wants more episodes out. He's like, when's another episode coming out? He's just.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take the next 4 days to try to edit some. We'll
Well,
see.
Well, it
We'll
has
see
been
how
a busy
we'll see how many.
It's
I
been a
get
busy year. We're all very busy. We're all.
well, it has been a busy like month and a half since
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Since the cruise, I feel like we've all been really busy.
Yeah, and then
I've
the
barely
cruise
talked
was-
to you guys since the cruise.
I feel like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
don't feel like
Feel a little neglected, but
I might have seen you. I still might have seen you more
Did
than
you say you feel
people.
neglected?
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
even I haven't seen Landon very
Hey,
often.
I feel neglected by you, Landon. Hey, maybe it's that way.
How many times have you gone down to visit Dave?
Yeah.
Mm,
How many times?
I don't
0.
know. 3, 4.
How many times has Colby gone down to see Dave?
3, 4.
17.
17 times.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Colby slept in my house. He drank my water. He went to the
Yeah.
bathroom in my toilet.
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we close out?
Just a shout out, happy birthday, Aubrey. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday to you.
She's going to have a fun 24-hour shift at work. So
Oh,
Womp womp.
part of being an adult,
That's what I have to
working
say.
on your birthday.
yeah, yeah,
Rough. All right. Well,
that's all I got.
thank you
Merry
for listening,
Christmas.
everybody.
Yeah, I
Merry
guess Merry
Christmas,
Christmas
Happy
as well.
holidays. And we'll be back, I think, next week for final episode of the year. Hopefully, we have a full cast, but we'll find out. It'll probably
Have we
just
ever
be
had
the
a full
three of us.
roster this year? Have we had a full roster this year?
Oh, yeah. We've
Maybe
once or twice.
Like, maybe once or twice, yeah.
It's been a weird year, so maybe 2024 will be different.
Yeah.
But probably not. All right, well, see you guys later.
Oh, I mean, I think it'll be different.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Castbox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.